It's your boy Boss Cowboy Sports. And we bringing you
another one.
Yeah. So this one is gonna be I'm almost certain this one gonna kind of rub some feathers wrong. I just already know. I've been doing this long enough to know. Because the pet cats are out, the favorites are already in effect. It's draft season. You know, around this time, it's a lot of love in the air. It's a lot of love. You know, it's a lot of love where people fall in love with their ideas. Got to be very careful with that. I'm just being honest. You got to be real careful with that because things change as information change, and as we all kind of see more and more and learn more and more. So I just think it's a bad idea to just fall in love with any idea right now. So we continue in our series, and we on chapter 7, tight end. Yeah, this gonna rub some people wrong. I'm gonna tell you right now, because I definitely am not following the crowd on this one. I'm gonna just say it straight up. I feel like the crowd is wrong. It's a lot of talk about tight end at 26. I think it's very, very, very bad. I think it's a horrible idea for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not buying none of the hype that's being sold out there. None of it. But at this point, I think my track record should be good. To where maybe if you disagree, don't just have your mind made up right now. Give me a chance to make the case. You just should do that. I think that's just the right thing to do. I do get it, the excitement and all of that over tight end, but just hear out the whole case. This is the Boss Cowboy video guide, where we releasing the thoughts that's going to be in the book before the book is ever released. But this one is real important because I'm seeing a trap being laid, and I don't want us to fall in. So before I kind of get into the details, I'm going to warn everybody what my coach used to say to me. He used to say, Marcus, and everybody that was sitting in the room, he would say, don't be the mama with the ugly baby. Where everybody know that baby ugly but that mama. Don't be that person where you can't tell them, yeah, that baby ugly. I'll be right back. All right. What's up, man? I see y'all coming on in the building. My boy Chris said, what's up? What's up, Chris? Sin City. He said, what up, nation? What's going on? And then Kilo said, let's try to get views, likes. I appreciate that. And then Sin City said, what it do, boss? What's up, Sin? I'm chilling on it, big bro. This particular topic is not an easy one. Let me continue to say what's up. My boy D.A. Lee in the building, Vondell Jackson, Michael Trejo, Keystone, Queen, John, Regina, Revis. I see all y'all. Michael Lockhart, Marcus C, the day one, Truth MDP, and Blackwell. What's up, y'all, man? It's good to see y'all. Klebo, I see you just walked in the house. What's up? But this, this is one of those loyalty tests. This particular show that I'm getting ready to do, it's a loyalty test. V Diddy, what's up, man? Calvin, Cowboy fans, what's up? This is a loyalty test. This is because, see, every now and then you have to go against the crowd. That's the loyalty test. Is sometimes the crowd is wrong, and I'm just being all the way honest. And the easiest thing to do to grow and to get subscribers and all that kind of stuff is just to feed the hope machine, the hype machine. So if the crowd is hype on names or an idea, just get hype with them, and then they like what they hearing and they sub to your channel because you're feeding them what they want to hear. But then there's times to where you gotta say, you know what, I'm seeing something that I don't think the crowd is seeing, and you address it. And when you do that, you run the risk of slowing your growth down, and that's just what it is. But I want this. I'm up for the challenge, and I want to have these conversations, because if you really love the Dallas Cowboys and you think they going in a bad direction or getting advice to go in the wrong direction, I think you should step in and let your voice matter. Now, it's some people that's go agree with this. It's some people that's go disagree with this. I'm open for disagreement. I want to have these discussions in a way to where we're showing respect to each other's opinion, and we go kind of get into it. So here we go. So getting in right into the content, I want to explain what we're doing, and we've been doing the same thing. So we just, as we going through free agency, we releasing one by one the position groups, right, and breaking down likely the ideal strategy of what could make the most sense for the Dallas Cowboys. So I write a book every year, and that's the process where I go through each group. So just to kind of give everybody, because we getting a lot of new people on the channel, especially recently. So we've already went through guard. That was a good one. We're starting to see some of those guys get signed, especially the free agents. We also went through receiver, which was chapter 10. We went through running back. Obviously, that was timely with Zeke out. Then we also went through tackle, right? So as you can see, we kind of tackling offense first, and now we dealing with tight end. And so we always, like I always say, start with our guys first. You always want, in my opinion, what's up, the ninja? I see you in the house. You always want to see, can you address? Hi, Coach Marv. Thank you, Coach. That's what I'm talking about. Coach said we don't serve Koolaid on the channel. Yeah, it's the only thing we serve is measure Koolaid. If we use some Koolaid, at least we go measure it. That's the one thing we go do, Coach. Hold on, let me show Coach comment real quick. Give me a second. I gotta fix this real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. All right, here we go. Should work now. Must say, Coach said we don't serve Koolaid on this channel. Exactly, Coach. Exactamundo. Yeah, we take pride in just telling the truth. It's just what it is. Sometimes it's popular, sometimes it's not. But I'm gonna say what it is. I mean, I don't care what the crowd is saying. If I see something, I'm gonna say what it is and what I clearly see, and then I'm gonna show the evidence, and then just let the T's, and just let the T's cross and the I's dot. You know what I mean? But you always start, in my opinion, with your guys. So obviously, when we looking at solving a tight end problem, this, hold on real quick. Give me 1 second. Y'all give me 1 second. I gotta do something. Y'all be patient with me. Be patient with your boy. I thought I had something, I didn't. Give me 1 second. Just gotta pull this up, and then when I pull it up, I'll be able to just kind of keep breaking down my thoughts. But hold on real quick. Just give me 1 second. All right. So obviously starting with our guys. Yep. David, you already ahead of me. I'm gonna be talking about Irvin Smith. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, our fans are so smart. We got the smartest fans. I swear to God, we do. But so I'm gonna talk about that, David. Yeah, I have that in the presentation. Just he is somebody that I have as somebody that we should be taking a look at. But this is the last time I'm gonna probably play this, so here we go. It's the last time.
A hot meal without a big deal. What are you gonna pick? Hot Pocket.
So that might be the last time you ever hear that on this channel. Shout out to my boy Amp, who actually came up with Hot Pocket. And so Hot Pocket was the term that Amp came up with, because we were just talking, on one of the watch parties, and we was clearly showing that it wasn't anything too special that Schultz was doing. Now, he is reading the defense. He is sitting in that pocket. He's sitting in those zones. Him and Dak have to be on the same page with the option routes that he was running. But at the same time, it's not too complicated. When you look at the zone drops of linebackers in cover 2, 3, and 4, it's basically just hot pockets. One more time.
When you want a hot meal without a big deal, what are you gonna pick? Hot Pocket.
So under Kellen Moore, he was a perfect fit. Perfect fit. It wasn't about more so his athletic ability. It was about him being in the right places at the right time, because the Kellen Moore system was based on timing. So the Dallas Cowboys under Kellen Moore valued an option route tight end. But now that we're going away from that, why do we need a tight end that's not really athletic? You don't. If you go depend on West Coast, you want to scare the hell out of people. And let's just be honest, hot pockets ain't scaring nobody.
When you want a hot meal without a big deal, what are you gonna pick? Hot Pocket.
And so no more hot pockets. It's just what it is. There's no more hot pockets. Now, I would want Mike McCarthy to keep at least some of the option route concepts of tight ends, because I do think it was money. But I don't think you gotta overpay like we did last year where we tagged Schultz. It was just unnecessary. So you can clearly see from the new regime, that they moved on and they not going with the hot pockets. No, I ain't get that interview, Coach. See, Coach be on it, Coach. We'll talk after the show, and then we'll get down to that. All right, we'll get down to it. I want to see what he's talking about with those tight ends. So he's gone. So obviously, like we say, we always start with our guys. So who's not happy right now with Peyton Hendershot and his potential upside? Who expected him to have the debut that he had as an undrafted guy? Come on now, don't act like you just saw this coming, because to me, he's clearly somebody that you can build on. Now, the thing about Hendershot, let's be all the way honest now. This is the thing about Hendershot that we got to be honest with. He made a lot of mental errors that I want to see cleaned up going into year 2. Just keeping it real. But the willingness to get down and dirty, he got it. The willingness to because he's somebody, Coach Marv, let me know if I'm tripping on this. He's somebody you got to pull back. He not somebody you got to say go. See, with Schultz and blocking, you had to say go. With Hendershot, you more got to say, man, you kind of held on to him a little bit too long. So I can see him as a redeemable asset. You know what I mean? So obviously, am I afraid to lose Schultz? No, not me. Some people might be, but not me. I also feel like, and to me, my eyes say that he stretches the field better than Schultz did. I think year 1, my coach said yes and yes. Thank you, Coach. I appreciate that. But I believe year 1 was a great confidence booster for him. He know what that field feels like. He know what a touchdown feels like. He knows what the crowd feels like. And see, that's important. See, because I actually talked to Swam. Y'all remember Swam? I talked to Swam before. And I really asked Swam straight up. Rodney said, I shared this in 17 different Facebook pages and groups. Man, I appreciate you. He said, I'm watching you on YouTube while working. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'm doing good for you, my brother. Appreciate you, Rodney, always. Thank you so much. But when I talked to Swam, I asked him straight up, what's up, Frank? I asked him straight up. I said, Swam, I said, Dak would have had a perfect passing rating if it wouldn't have been for your 2 drops in his first preseason game. I said, how did you go from basically choking like that to just being on fire? And I said, because, man, you had some easy dump offs. And Tyrone Church said, thanks for getting me through work. Man, I got you, man. Sit back. This gonna probably be a long one. So you gonna get a couple of hours out of me, Tyrone. But then Swam said, true story. He said, boss, it was in my head. He said, once I got me a couple of catches in and I felt that ball and I felt that crowd, it started feeling like backyard football. And once I got rid of those rookie jitters and beginner jitters, I was rolling. He said, so when most of these guys is in their head. So when you think about what Swam said to me, but put the face of Hendershot on it, put the face of Ferguson on it, and you can see that the developmental plan from the Dallas Cowboys is an A+. And I totally agree with it. I'm not losing not 1 week of sleep about the loss of Schultz. Montana said Karen Moore had a taste for Hot Pockets and it ended up with bubble guts. Through the season, had too many wet farts. The biggest 2 were San Fran and Zeke. You know I gotta hit you with that wet fart. Cover your ears, those of y'all who hate this. I gotta hit you with that wet fart. So here we go. Yes, super wet fart. Then we got us another super chat. He said Ferguson way more athletic. I knew he was going. Hold on real quick. He said I knew he was going to take Schultz's spot after this season when you had that crazy hurdle on Thanksgiving. Exactly, bro. And see, that's the thing, and that's my point. One-handed bandit. These dudes just getting going. And then this is another thing I want everybody to do. I want everybody to just think, what was Schultz when he first got here? Just think about it. What was Schultz when he first got here? I remember. That might be Ben. How about this? That wasn't quite right. Nah, Schultz was more. Nah, that ain't quite right. Schultz was really more. Yeah. See, because I remember them early days where Schultz had more penalties than he had catches. Okay. So do I need to show y'all to where Schultz was just wet fart garbage? Do I need to show y'all? Do I need to go back to those days to show you? He was horrible. Like, I hated Schultz. For the first 2 years, I couldn't stand him.
Run it up.
Bring it real back. 50 speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
I couldn't stand him. And Schultz was where I learned that I needed to learn patience. I'm being honest. Developmental patience. It was Schultz that taught me that more than anybody. Because I was impatient with his development. I was keeping it real. I was impatient. I was young in my thinking, and I wanted everybody to be Dak. I wanted everybody to be Zeke. I wanted everybody to be Bland. And some people hit out the gate. Some people take a year or 2 to get going. So ask yourself, are we seeing that? Are we seeing that with Peyton, Hendershot? Yeah, Anthony Brown too. See, Blackwell keeping it real. Now, Blackwell, it took him about 6 years, so he tested all our patience. No lie. It took him about 6 years, but he did turn the corner. It took him about 6 years, but Anthony Brown also was somebody that taught me patience. Just keeping it real. Anthony Brown too. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't never want to wait 6 years for nobody again. I don't want the 6-year plan. I want about 2 years. I'm gonna give you about 2 years. By year 3, I want you going. And that's how Schultz was. Yeah. Anthony Brown, we'll count him. Black laughing. We'll count Anthony Brown, but Black, I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to go through 6 years of watching somebody get cooked. I'm just being honest. So, but ask yourself, is Ferguson and Hendershot, are they going through that slow developmental process? No, they not. Them boys came out the gate banging. Where my Rick Ross? Banging. And so this is the deal. And let's talk about this. We gonna talk about this. So obviously we always start with our own guys, but we gonna start talking about this from a bigger picture too. Because see, with Jake Ferguson, it's no doubt that I was extremely high on Mr. Jake Ferguson. All right, so even in the Boss Cowboy Guide, these are my quotes. So if you go look at the quote that I have on Jake Ferguson, you got all the exciting music and everything. I got the music to go with it and everything. I said Jake Ferguson has a lot of Jason Witten vibes. Today I would have said Jason Witten-ish. Y'all would have knew what I meant. Jason Witten vibes coming into the NFL. And I explained it because you got to explain this type of stuff. Because when you use legendary names like Witten, there's some people that'll say, never use them in the same sentence. Like whenever I say that contextually, I'm talking about traits. Okay? Just the traits. So that everybody can understand what I'm saying within context. I said Jake Ferguson has a lot of Jason Witten vibes coming into the NFL. Like Witten, Ferguson is not super athletic, but also he does all the little things like Witten. If one can wrap up many little things in one tight end, that tight end can become a great tight end. Boss Cowboy. So that was my analysis of him coming out last year, right? And Ferguson was somebody that I had as a top 5 tight end. So obviously I wasn't upset when we got him. You can see because I got the receipts of my list. I got the whole receipts of what I was saying last year, right? And who I had as my top 5. It's well documented. And so when you look at my top 5, I had Trey McBride, Greg, Isaiah, Jake, and Jelani. Those are my top 5. So as we talking though, right? And we also still talking about Jake Ferguson, and we still talking about tight end, especially since it's a lot of talk about tight end at 26. So I'm gonna let everybody know something. I'm gonna put the camera and make it big on me. I'm gonna let everybody know something. Don't trust nobody's judgment on tight end. I don't even trust my own judgment. Tight end is the hardest position to get right. That's the number one thing I'm gonna say, and that's also why I'm saying tight end at 26 is a bad idea. You talking about fart, super fart. That's tight end at 26. The track record on it is too damn bad, and too many of us get it wrong. Not too many of them, not too many of you. Too many of us get it wrong. Most first round tight ends are wet fart busts. Most never even get close to what they was projected to do. Fart. Now, most people not gonna tell you that right now though. If you go listen to what's popular, everybody talking about tight end at 26. I'm gonna be honest and telling you, I hate the idea, and it's a horrible idea. It's a horrible idea. So let's just kind of look at it, and we go talk about this. That's why this guide and this big picture thing is important, to talk about each position group strategically with the draft. So let's just take my top 5, which most people top 5 was kind of around this. A little bit, a little bit, different than mine. Some people had Jelani Woods all the way 1, but it was around these 5. So even like a guy that looked like he was no miss, Trey McBride, one of the best prospects I've seen in a while. Just complete, like doing everything well. You seeing him stretch the field. You seeing him kill DBs, safeties, linebackers, blocking, everything. Like he checked all the boxes. His production was crazy. Just good production. Just really 90 receptions, 1,100 yards in college, 4.5 speed. I still only wanted to target him around round 2 or round 3. You looking at this type of production out of college, a guy that looked to most of us as a sure no miss tight end. Let's crank up the music again. Listen to all that old good old music. I got people all excited. So I got the music playing and everything. So this is what I said about Trey McBride. Trey McBride is the tight end that you cannot ignore, and is an absolute asset. He brings a team everything that you want to see, and with bonuses. One of the significant bonuses you can get is a natural vertical threat. McBride would likely be one of the top tight ends in the NFL. Put that in quotes. But see, let's be honest. Then there's the reality. This is McBride's first year. All this good old music. All that good old music I'm playing. All them big old words. All of that. Then the reality hit of tight end. And see, they say the same things with these dudes every year too. It's the same things. No miss. You hear the same stuff. Mismatch, automatic, a mismatch nightmare. You hear the same things. Boss, maybe you just got that one wrong. Let's go to your other prospects then. Let's look at your list. Okay, I see your list. Your list looks cute. Your list is cute. Okay, let's talk about Greg. Another dog from last year, right? Production was decent, but he killed everything you wanted to see. Film, great. Pro day, amazing. Combine, killed it. He was on a lot of people. He was their number one tight end. Just, checked a lot of the boxes. Not as many as McBride, but he checked a lot of the boxes, right? Crank up the music on him. All right, so let's stop the music and let's listen to what I said. I said Greg Dulcich is a competitor. The effort is a trait that will never get old, and Dulcich has effort in spades. Dulcich is also extremely fluid in his movements to be the size he is. Dulcich has little man receiver stops and a terrific explosion on the top of his routes. As a bonus, Dulcich is willing and a fundamental blocker. Boss Cowboy. So you got all that good old music. Crank it up. Got y'all all excited. I'm talking about all that music. Ooh, subscribe to Boss Cowboy Sports. Look what he got to say about tight ends. Ooh, look what he got to say about those. Subscribe. Then the reality hit of year one. So the Dallas Cowboys got a contending team, and the top two tight ends last year basically was, and we talking about just last year. I'm talking about all that good old music got everybody crunk. I'm talking about all that good old music. And then when the lights come on, and I'm telling y'all, man, listen, but I said I don't trust nobody. I don't even trust myself when it comes to tight ends. Like most scouts, most people judgment, we get it wrong. So I know a lot of people like Kincaid. Shit, man, nah, bro. Michael Mayer. Shh. Okay. Nah, it's the track record is just too bad for me. I'm just keeping it real. Hold on, let me look at this. Dwayne said, rookie year comparison, Dalton 12. He said, rookie year comparison, Dalton 12 receptions, 116 yards, no TDs. Ferguson 19 receptions, 174 yards, 2 TDs all day. Exactly. Yeah, they trending ahead of Schultz. Yes, they are. And then this is the thing. Teresa, if they not tough like my man Jeremy Shockey, I don't want them. And this is the thing, Tyreek. Sometimes even coming out of college, they look like Shockey, and then they hit the league and they not Shockey. And it happens over and over and over and over and every year it's the same stuff. Generational. This tight end is a no miss mismatch. Oh man, man, listen, I'm starting to peep game, man. It's a whole lot of wee woo going on.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
And I'm not buying it, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I don't care how much y'all like these dudes. The track record on it is bad. So I'm gonna just continue to make the case, because we just making the case, and we making the case from the top tight ends from last year, and we go keep making this case, because I'm being honest. I'm frankly sick of seeing us hype up bad ideas. That's a bad idea. Tight end, any tight end at pick 26, I'm out. No. So what about Isaiah Likely? I had third on my list. Third. Right? And this is the thing about Isaiah Likely that I can clearly tell everybody. He was the best route runner out of all these tight ends. Now, if it was anybody that I said was going to be a pure mismatch from hell, it was him. He was a former receiver. He got elite stops, very good quicks. And I was saying, you know what? If he going against linebackers and safeties, he's going to win. His college production was good. Murdered it with 12 TDs. Murdered it. Killed it. Was slow as molasses, but was very productive. Crank up the music. Got all that old good old music. These are my words. Isaiah Likely is one of the biggest sleepers in the 2022 draft class. Likely runs routes like an elite receiver that knows how to get separation with his feet, hips, and body language. But then it's the reality of his rookie year. Y'all seeing the pattern? Y'all seeing it? And see, Showtime, you low-key making the biggest point. Showtime, you making the biggest point. Look at Showtime point right here. Hold on, let me fix that real quick where I can see my partner Showtime. He say, boss, people forgot Antonio Gates was undrafted. To also echo your point, most tight ends are luck. Look at all the top tight ends in the game almost throughout history has been luck. Witten, luck. Gates, like you said, luck. Shannon Sharp, luck. The current ones, Kittle, luck. Luck. Kelsey, luck. Luck. It's been since 2003 since somebody got tight end right. Yep, Jimmy Graham, luck. Andrew, luck. Luck. Bruh. The scouting community, me, you, your mama, your daddy, your uncle, get it wrong. The track record is too bad for the position to gamble it at 26. That's all I'm saying. The track record is horrible. Horrible. Oh, Pastor Taff say, Ozzie Newsome was not luck. I'm with you on that. Novacek, luck. You know what I'm saying? Good one, JT. Luck. Novacek was straight luck. Yeah. Good one. This is a good one. Tony Gonzalez was a beast. He translated. Yeah. But look how far back you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go back to Gonzalez. You gotta go back to 2003. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go back 20 years. Nah, I don't want to make no bets. You know what I'm saying? But this is right though. I'm telling you right on that. He wasn't luck. He wasn't. You know what I mean? So, but most, I would say 99% of the tight ends that end up being super cold, nobody saw them coming. But then it'd be people like, yeah, I guarantee, but that one. Hold on. He said, boss, ask me, this is why he is considered the best tight end when the world knows he can't block, but his receiving skills and route running is top notch. I don't even know you talking about, Iceberg. Who you talking about? Who you talking about? You talking about your boy? You talking about your boy, Kincaid? I'm super out on Kincaid, bro. Especially at 26. Now, if they get Kincaid round 2, cool. But Kincaid at 26? Hell no. Hell no. 100%. Yeah, no, I'm with you though. The game was harder when Novacek played. I agree. But I'm just saying, when they acquired him, luck. That's what I'm talking about. I'm saying Novacek was cold. Don't get me wrong. All of them dudes I named was cold, but finding them was luck. Yeah, so here we go. But what I'm saying is, I'm basically making the case of this. Any tight end at 26 is a bad idea. Any one of them. I don't care who your favorite is. It's a bad idea. And that's why I'm showing y'all the history of these tight ends. Especially, we can even look at just the ones from last year. We didn't even got to go back that far. We ain't even got to go back that far at all. Just to see that guys, in my opinion, that had better film and better production than Kincaid and better production than Michael Mayer all end up being womp womp. In case you came in late, the no miss Trey McGraw. So this what y'all want? That's what I want to know. Is that what y'all want helping on a contending year? Is this what you want to help Dak? Y'all want that type of production? Is that what y'all want? Or this? You want this? Y'all think that's gonna pull us over at 26? Huh? Y'all think that's gonna do it? Or y'all think that's gonna do it? Or what about this? Oh, that's gonna definitely put us over the hump. The translation of tight end, especially year one, it's a bad idea. If we saying we trying to win a Super Bowl next year, why we go take a check? Let's play the music. See, I thought I forgot about Jelani Woods. Play the music. Let's read all these words. Jelani Woods is another tight end that would be perfect in the Dallas Cowboys systems. Woods was used as an outlet similar to Dalton Schultz while at Virginia, finding the soft spots in the zone while being a natural transition for Woods if he plays for Dallas. Well, all that's actually true. How did it translate to the league? Oh yeah, that's gonna pull us over the hump. Yeah. Since Dallas is going all in, that's perfect. Perfect. Oh yeah, yeah. And these are the top tight ends from last year. Y'all don't see this trend? Oh, I'm making it up. But I supposed to see these tight ends that's being hyped right now like they just different, like they just exceptional, and they not exceptional, dog. The film McBride tape is better than all them top tight ends. Facts. And he can block. McBride was one of the most complete tight ends, period. He checked all the boxes. And he was wump year one. I don't think that's the right move for pick 26. This production is way better than any one of them tight ends that they're hyping right now. Michael Mayer, Kincaid, Sam Laporte, all of them. None of them touch McBride. None of them. But yet, they're going to come into the league and do what he did not. Sure. Okay. My name Willie Fufu. And I know wee woo when I hear it.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
I ain't falling for it. Nope. Wee woo. Nope. I'm cool. Now, if y'all super high on tight end at 26, fine. But I want to hear a real logical case on it. I ain't trying to hear nothing about these guys being different, because they not different. The production don't say they different. Okay. Iceberg. He say, so Brian brought us his line when he said Mike McCarthy wants playmakers. Iceberg, you the only person that see, well, it might be some other people, but I'm gonna say it like this. We disagree that Kincaid is a major playmaker. Your eyes is telling you that. I don't trust your eyes. I don't even trust my eyes. Because all these things that you think you see, it doesn't translate. That's my point. And I got major respect from Brian Broaddus. But Brian Broaddus is not the Bible. He is not the say-all be-all. And why would I trust him on Mike McCarthy when he was the main one speaking against Mike McCarthy? So now all of a sudden he is the expert on Mike McCarthy? Nah, bro. You like your tight end, Brian Broaddus is pushing this, so you like what Brian Broaddus is saying. Say what it really is. I don't know if he lying, but I know this. I don't know him and I don't trust what he's saying. I don't. So you telling me he went up to Mike McCarthy and Mike McCarthy was like, hey, Brian, I want playmakers. This man been speaking about Mike McCarthy, but now they best friends? Okay, sure. This man was making it seem, Brian Broaddus was basically saying, like, Mike McCarthy struggled with the playbook of Kellen Moore. But now they best pals because of Kincaid. Okay, sure. Oh, and you really think, Iceberg, do you really think, as secretive as Mike McCarthy is, you think he went to media guy Brian Broaddus and said, we high on Kincaid? And if he said he won't playmakers, that don't mean he was saying it was Kincaid. Y'all saying that. So this is my thing. So all these people that just so high on Kincaid and Michael Mayer and all of that, I really want to hear how those guys are going to be different than all the other tight ends that came before them. Because I'm telling you, they not. And matter of fact, they worse. And they gonna likely be right around what the other tight ends that was hyped to Jesus and hyped to heaven end up being. They gonna end up being right around this type of production that everybody beating the table for. And I'm gonna be mad as hell. If we draft. I'm gonna be mad as hell if we draft them and then we look this time last year and we seeing this type of production talking about we was helping that. And Iceberg, I'm gonna call you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna do more than give you a chance to explain. We gonna talk this out over the phone. Cause I got the advantage through the chat. I'm gonna give you an advantage so we can talk this through. I wanna hear you out, but hear me out as well. So once I finish this presentation, I'm going to get your number. I'm going to call you. And we go talk about this. Because I ain't feeling this tight end at 26. It makes no sense to me at all. Even a little bit. And I'm being respectful to those who like the idea. I'm being respectful. I want to say other adjectives, but those adjectives could be insulting. And I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I hate the idea. I'm talking about, this ain't even dislike. I hate this idea. I hate it. I think it's, man, say. All right, so starting from within. And this is the frustrating part is I'm showing a whole bunch of evidence on this. So I want evidence in return. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do a whole bunch of theory talk. I'm showing the history of tight end is trash. And I started as of last year. So when I'm looking from within, we also got Sean McKeon. So we basically got now 3 tight ends that has game experience. So I don't see with us having 3 young tight ends with game experience, why the hell do we got to get a tight end at 26? And are we certain that tight end is going to come in better than what we already have? My answer to that is no. So anybody that know the Boss Cowboy God and what we do, I always start with our guys. But the reason why I started with those tight ends from last year is because our guys, according to my top 5 list, also included Jake Ferguson. So when I look at Jake Ferguson and I compare him to the top 5 tight ends, it don't fit. And I'd rather go with Ferguson because of the game experience. It just makes sense to me. So the next thing we always look at is potential available free agents. Now, some of my favorites are gone. So obviously the Cowboys are big on Marshall's free agents. I'm big on Marshall's free agents. So I love those guys that was previous greats. I love it. They do well with the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of people are out are very much out on Tack McKinley. I'm going to make a bet that Tack McKinley finna go off. He's going to go off. I think it's a perfect plan. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. But he got signed, but he was somebody that I was looking at for 2 years. O.J. Howard. I think he would have been a great fit for us. I think the biggest miss for us was Hayden Hurst. A lot of different ways. So, do y'all remember last year when we went through this and we did a show on this and we was talking about all the top free agents that was available? Do y'all remember that? And last year, and I'm gonna just say it like this, Kellen Moore is almost like a toxic relationship. Even when they gone, they leave scars. And because it was Kellen Moore that really wanted Dalton Schultz, we tagged him. And I wanted Hayden Hurst last year too. Yeah. I hope y'all remember that show I did where I had Hayden Hurst as my number one tight end. And I was saying, clear the room. I said, clear the whole room. I said, we didn't need Schultz at all. Go get Hayden Hurst. Hayden Hurst was my number one guy last year. And see, because it's a lot of people, they talk about speed and all this kind of stuff. Because if you go look at what Hayden Hurst ran with his 40, it was a 4.6. But a lot of people don't know this. But Hayden Hurst was clocked with the most game speed in Atlanta, even over Ridley. I'm telling y'all right now, too many people get caught up in them clocks too. Them clocks don't really show speed sometimes. It's some people don't run good on them pro days and combines, but they run good within them cleats. Hayden Hurst is that type. He literally only ran a 4.6. And matter of fact, he ran a 4.69. But when you turn on the tape, you see him going against corners, running with them and by them, which tells me, forget what the clock say. What does the game speed say? And see, I'm gonna say something. Those GPS chips, that's new science. I'm done, Studio Wood. I know, bro. I know. I ain't gonna even show what you said, but you funny, Studio funny. But see, Hayden Hurst, when you turn on the film, so you can say all day, this cat slow. Shit. Turn on the tape. Hayden Hurst going against a corner, bottom left. Look at this. Okay. So you able to get steps on corners, but you slow. Have you ever seen Schultz run by a corner? Huh? Yeah, no, you haven't. And guess what Hayden Hurst cost last year, Thomas, to go to the Bengals? $3 million. Let me ask you a question. Would you want to pay $3 million for a way better athlete at tight end? Or would you want what we did where we tagged Schultz? Because the market has actually spoken. So for all of us who were saying last year, man, clear out the room. You don't need Schultz. Clear out the room. You don't need him. You can do better than that. Let me show y'all what the market said this week. See, the market spoke. So for everybody that was saying we didn't need Schultz, we finna show you who was right here. We finna show you. Hold on. Give me a second to set it up. Give me 1 second. I thought I set it up. I didn't. Give me 1 second. I got to just show y'all this. Give me 1 second. Y'all be patient. Be patient with your boy. Oh, man. My stuff be tripping. Hold on. Y'all give me 1 second, man. Y'all look at some Hayden Hurst real quick while I pull up what I'm trying to pull up. All right, here it is. Perfect. The market is spoken. Look what the market is paying Hayden Hurst. So for all of us who were saying last year, get Hayden Hurst, forget Dalton Schultz. The market agrees with us. By a lot. Wow. So you had Dalton Schultz in the ideal system only get $9 million. And you had Hayden Hurst start with $3 million up to 21. I think the market has spoken. Who was right? And the people who was lobbying for a better athlete over a system tight end, yeah, the market said we was telling y'all the truth. And I'm telling y'all the truth right now on tight end. I'm telling you the truth. I ain't lying. I'm telling you the truth. It's a bad idea to do it at 26. It's a horrible idea. Iceberg say, boss, he can't block and he's still considered the best tight end. Why? Because they hyping the class, Iceberg. That's the whole point of my presentation. They hype these dudes every year. That's my point. They hype these dudes. They hype tight ends every year and they don't come through, dog. Oh, because they saying he the best, he's gonna be that because they saying he's the type tight end. Okay. They hype cats every year, bro. That's my point. And I'm saying don't fall for the wee woo.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
He shouldn't be the top tight end and can't block. That should tell you something wrong with they dumb ass. Think about it. He can't block, but he the top tight end. Bruh, I don't even have Michael Mayer in the Boss Cowboy guide. His feet so damn slow. I'm the only one gonna tell the truth on Michael Myers' slow ass feet. You really think he gonna get separation with them old turtle ass feet? He gonna be just like these other tight ends that flame out and have low production. Year one, mark it. Put it down. Watch. I'm gonna be right, and I will bet you on Dalton Kincaid. I don't care where he go. He will not get you over 700 yards. I guarantee you that. He will not get you over 4 touchdowns. I guarantee you that. And I will bet. They calling this dude, man, nah, hell nah. Coach Marv said, boss, Kellen picked Schultz over Cooper. Thank you. McCarthy picked Cooks over Schultz. Oh, talk that talk, coach. That B part. Ooh. Yeah, I saw them 16 catches versus USC. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get to that point. Let me show you them. Listen, let's end this stuff about that USC game right now.
Back to the drawing board. Gets it out for Kincaid. And it's a first down for Utah. Dalton Kincaid night continues.
Yeah, they are piercing this zone like a USC sword. I mean, this is easy. The last one right over the ball. This is just a little option route. There are some amazing plays these two QBs have made. And then there are opportunities like that that an 8th grader could make. I mean, that is as easy.
He said that an 8th grader could make. And listen, I really watch these boys film, y'all. I don't just be making this stuff. I watch that dude film. And this is the fact on Kincaid film, especially even in his best game. He was running a whole bunch of option routes, sitting in them zones, and they was killing them zones versus USC. He had only 2 real plays that was big plays. Only 2. The rest of it, he was sitting in them zones. That's all he was doing. I saw it and the commentator said it. It's hype. It's wee woo, wee woo. Listen to it again. Listen to it. This is live at the game. I can tell you the exact moment he said this. Listen.
Back to the drawing board. Gets it out for Kincaid. And it's a first down for Utah. Dalton Kincaid night continues.
Yeah, they are piercing this zone like a...
He said they are piercing this zone. So basically, we're looking at Hot Pockets Part 2. So why are we going to get rid of Schultz, then go draft Schultz at 26? That makes no sense. That's Schultz Part 2. Listen, this is live. This is said right during the game. Listen.
Back to the drawing board. Gets it out for Kincaid. And it's a first down for Utah. Dalton Kincaid night continues.
Yeah, they are piercing this zone like a...
They are piercing this zone.
USC sword.
Like a USC sword.
I mean, this is easy.
No, I'm not showing what I want, Iceberg. You said the USC game. This not the USC game? Is that USC? Is that USC? See, you brought up USC. I just so happen to have it already in my presentation. So now I'm doing, okay. Or am I really, honestly, what I'm really doing is I'm debunking this myth on Kincaid. Like he really out there getting loose on boys. He is not. The commentator said, the film said, I said, and the film said. Everything say that I'm saying is true. Listen, I ain't make this up. Listen.
Back to the drawing board. Gets it out for Kincaid. And it's a first down for Utah. Dalton Kincaid night continues.
Yeah, they are piercing this zone like a USC sword.
Well, if you got the same game on YouTube, why don't you listen to it? Why don't you watch it? Because if you're watching it, Iceberg, you'll see that all he was doing was sitting down in them zones, just like Schultz. Now he did have a couple of big plays. He had that one where he caught the ball and got 1 foot down. Excellent play. I can't take nothing away from that. That was a dog play. I give him that. But to try to act like that 240 yards that he got was based on him beating DBs one-on-one, it's not true. That's why that dude said an 8th grader could do it. That's facts. He said an 8th grader could do it. Listen.
I mean, this is easy. The last one right over the ball. This is just a little option route. There are some amazing plays these two QBs have made. And then there are opportunities like that that an 8th grader could make. I mean,
that an 8th grader could make. And he talking about Kincaid. So, yeah, what I'm really doing, this is what I'm doing. I'm being thorough. That's what's actually going on. I'm being thorough, and I'm not falling for the wee-woo.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
I ain't falling for it. I just ain't. I don't believe it. Because everybody that always be hyping up these tight ends be wrong as hell. Every year, wrong as hell. And then they the experts all over again the year after. It's how the hell you always wrong on tight end, but then we got to sit there and listen to you mock Kincaid to us. It's like, no, I'm not going to listen to you. Because you wrong a lot. And all of us are wrong a lot with tight end. And I said us, not them. Too many people get tight end wrong for me to make a bet on it at 26. It's a bad bet. All these people crapping out. You're in, you're out. The last time you can even think of a decent tight end that even kind of lived up to his hype was 2003. We got to go all the way back 30 years to say a tight end that actually lived up to his hype. And then we just think for some reason, oh, this guy out of Utah or this guy out of Notre Dame is the one. No, the fuck they not. They gonna be just what they always are. They gonna flame out. I ain't falling for it. And I ain't trying to pay for no flamed out tight end at 26. Now, if you flame out round 2, round 3, I can swallow that a little bit better. But I'm not trying to have no tight end flame out and I paid a first round price for it. No. Especially when it's multiple quality tackles sitting there. No, I'm out. So Sam, yeah, and I agree. Yeah, Cause guess what's gonna happen in this draft? In this particular draft, it's gonna be just like all the rest of the drafts, to where the guy that they projected to be God and Jesus Christ is gonna end up being a normal man. But then it's gonna be some third round guys like Sam that's gonna end up be that dude that's gonna be the Kittle. I ain't giving them no first for no tight ends. No. I barely want to talk about a first for Pitts. Shit. All right, let's keep going though. Cause see, I gotta paint the picture of how bad that idea is, cause it's bad. And I'ma still call you Iceberg. We gonna talk. I wanna talk about this. I wanna talk about this with somebody who really disagree. And we gonna talk about this. Cause see, it's a lot of wee-woo stuff. They say the same old wee-woo stuff. He's a mismatch nightmare. He's a route runner. And then when you go really look at the film, he's an option router. He's an option router. He's not a route runner. He's not killing balls with his feet. No, he not. The film don't say that about Kincaid. It sure don't say that about Mayer. It doesn't. It does not say that. But every time they talk about him, ooh, and then they go right into the NFL and get shut down. But see, I'm just the dude that got the nuts to go against the crowd. Somebody said, I'm John Wick. I'm damn sure John Wick. I don't care if Brian Brothers, the whole draft show, all of them saying pick tight end at 26. I'm saying hell no. Count me out. I don't care, because I don't care about names. I'm looking at the history. I'm looking at the track record, and it is horrible. It is bad. And I'm supposed to be like, oh, but this time y'all go get it right. Oh, this time you're seeing it. You're seeing it now. Oh, you got it this time. And then it's the worst part. Michael Mayer, Dalton Kincaid, and Sam Laporte, their college production ain't all that. How your college production okay, but they supposed to go to the NFL and just hit a new zone? Oh, they supposed to go to where it's harder and just rise. It don't even make sense. When you really think about it, how you gonna only be a 700, 600 yard tight end in college, but you supposed to become a 1,000-yard tight end in the league? That's 1-1, bro. That's that we right.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
I ain't falling for it. Nope. Crowd, y'all can have that. All that 26 stuff, you got it. I'm out. I'm not, I'm not cool with it. It's a bad idea. And I'm going to tell you something. It's setting up the Dallas Cowboys. It's a bad idea. $20 super chat. He say Ferg and Henny will hold it down, the tight end position. And they block too. That frees up capital to invest. Exactly. Yeah. I'm okay. I'm gonna be mad as hell if we dumb enough to draft a tight end. And guess what? See, he said I'm gonna be mad on draft day. You gonna be mad at the end of the season. I'm gonna be mad on draft day. You gonna be mad at the end of the season, because I'm gonna remind you too. I'm gonna come right to you, Iceberg. I'm gonna say, yeah, remember what we talked about? What did he do? What did Kincaid do? Oh, 400 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. Oh, okay. That was worth, yeah. On a contending team, oh yeah, you gonna be mad at the end of the season. If we pick them, you gonna be, and this, guess what you gonna say too? You was right, boss. You was right. He wasn't worth the pick at 26. I'm gonna say, I know. But the thing is, I showed y'all. I showed everybody. I showed y'all the history is horrible on these dudes. But we just think for some reason, we just see something different. No, we don't. It's the same. So hold on. He said, give me, yeah. Siaka Baylor or Moses Smith, DT Michigan. I could take them too. Yeah, I could take them too. Sure could. And then Coach Maul said, I need to calm down too. I just get too passionate. This ain't really personal. I'm just passionate on my ideas. I get real passionate and I really believe what I'm saying. And that's the part about draft season. We all get passionate. So let me just calm down. I don't want people thinking I'm trying to go at Iceberg. I like Iceberg. I like Iceberg. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot. Like Iceberg, one of my favorites. This is just something we disagree on. And then Coach Marv said, if the word coming out is corrected by T. Smith, is he going to be a swing tackle or guard? It's a must at 26 tight end. Hold on, Coach. I'm trying to see what you're saying. Tight end is a 4th or 5th round pick. I don't quite understand what you're saying with that, Coach. I think you're saying, I don't know what you're saying. I'll be looking at the chat. He said, Iceberg Slim don't run, fam. I know college USC. Oh. I don't know what that means. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so, yeah, I hear you. And so this is the thing. That's why I'm doing my job right now. Boss, they really like Dalton Kincaid. I'm being serious. And that's why I'm dead ass serious about me putting out this information that it's a bad idea. Somebody got to counter that bad idea. So that's why I'm very serious right now about putting out this content and proving that tight end at 26 is a bad idea. Because my voice matters and I'm doing my part to say, don't do it, Dallas. I don't care what none of them saying. And that's what I do over here. I speak and I let people know when I think the Dallas Cowboys are going in a bad direction. That's what I did all last year with Kellen Moore until people figured out I was right. And that's what I'm doing right here. Yeah, they like him and I'm saying unlike him. And I'm also saying for everybody that's watching, share this content. Share it with Brian Broaddus. Share it with anybody that's pushing this idea because it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Share it with them and say, y'all listen to this. Yeah. And this is the good thing that I notice about Brian Broaddus. When Brian Broaddus get it wrong, he also comes back and say, I got that wrong. So all of them, all of us, first of all, we all get it wrong. But then the good thing I like about him is he's not above saying he did. So when I put out content like this, it's not for subs, because I already know a lot of people love this idea. I'm putting this out here because I know this is a bad idea. So all right, so let me keep going. So when you look at what we missed on with Hayden Hurst and that the market spoke, we also last year lost out on Evan Ingram. That was a big loss because I felt like he was Dak friendly because he gets a lot of separation and he truly had 4.4 speed. We already talked about OJ Howard, you know, but we missed out on some guys. We really did. All right. And so then when I look at the free agent market, we missed out on Hayden Hurst, but Irv Smith, he's a Marshall's, former round 2. That's somebody we could bring in if we want to be pure BPA. That wouldn't be a bad idea. That wouldn't be a bad idea to BPA that, you know, because we could BPA if we go ahead and fill that need as well. And Irv would be a good fit. He said, are you okay, Boss Cowboy? Keep telling the truth. The truth hurts sometimes, guys. To love you, boss. Yeah, like I say, man, I'm just passionate, bro. It's not even personal. You know what I'm saying? I'm just passionate. Sometimes I get into a mode where I almost get into a preacher mode because I believe what I'm saying. I've researched this. I put in the work on this. I got the history on this. I got a lot of history on this. So when I feel like we're going in the wrong direction, I'm going to speak about it with a lot of passion. That's just what it is. I love this team. You know what I'm saying? This team is like a son to me. You know what I mean? So if it's almost like if you saw your son headed to danger, you would be animated. That's how I am. When I see the Cowboys headed to danger with a bad idea, sometimes I do get animated. But all of us do that too. Same thing with my partner Iceberg Slim. I know he really believe his idea. So when he believe his idea, he go likely get animated because he really believe Dalton is that playmaker that can help the Dallas Cowboys. I'm saying he won't. And history is saying he won't. And history is saying he's been hyped. But I expect passion even out of him because in his mind, he's saying, boss, you wrong and you hurting us from getting better. I'm saying you wrong and you gonna make us worse. So when you have two people that's passionate about what they believe every now and then, and we go butt heads. That's all it is. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. So now, what could happen sometimes is every now and then you get people that's the mama with the ugly baby, to where everybody see that baby ugly but them, and then that's an ego issue. Because see, the first person that was telling me about we needing a draft offensive line at 26 was Life's Crazy. Life Crazy was telling me that the whole time. I was saying the whole time, no, Life, I don't see that. We need a weapon. We need a weapon, man. We need a weapon. But the more and more I researched, the more and more I came around to what actually Life was saying. Life been saying we needed to go offensive line at pick 26, specifically tackle. And I was like, yeah, okay. But I kept researching, and the evidence, the film, the prospects, the candidates, the timing, the history said Life right. So guess what? I abandoned and divorced my ugly baby and admitted that was an ugly baby, boss. My entrepreneur professor used to always tell us, don't be that person that fall in love with your own idea. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And I think I've shown y'all that I divorce ideas. I was for getting rid of Zeke. Then the more and more I researched, the more I went away from that idea. Because I can change. I don't see, it's a lot of us that's once they high on somebody. That's why I always say, and remember I say this, never work for people that bet on you. I mean, bet against you. Never. Because most people got big egos and they go try to make themselves right. Hold on, I missed some super chats. Hold on real quick. I thought I had all my super chats. The Shannon, I missed your super chat. Hold on real quick. The Shannon, just put your comment in and then I'll address it. Oh, yeah. Just put your super chat in and I'll address it. All right, but anyway, just kind of let me go through this though, because see, I'm making a case. This, and I'm still not done. I got a little while to kind of make this case. So Irv Smith, he's also a good pick for us as a free agent. Drew Sample is still available right now. Nobody picked him up as long as I know. So I think he could be somebody that could come in and put us in a BPA position, that could come in and, you know, have league experience. He was also a Marshall's former great, somebody that was considered high in the draft. The type of people that the Dallas Cowboys have been focusing on, obviously, right? So then you also got Josh Oliver. I think he'll be somebody that could come in at a good price, you know, and do the job. But let me keep going through history because this is important. Because I showed last year's draft candidates. Let's talk about previous first rounds. O.J. Howard. O.J. Howard, drafted in 2017. Pick 19. 6'6", 251. He ran a 4.52. Destroyed the Senior Bowl. Kincaid didn't. Michael Mayer didn't. But O.J. Howard did. He destroyed the Senior Bowl so bad, they told him to pack it up in the second quarter. Said, we don't need to see nothing else out of you. Hold on real quick. Let me take this super chat. I trust what you say, boss. You're a real one on the research on every player. You spit facts, boss. Keep it up, big dog. And let me tell you something, DC. I say don't even trust me. Trust the evidence. You know what I mean? Because I can get it wrong. I'm cool with pushback. Don't trust me. Trust the facts and trust the evidence that I'm presenting. Now, if I get off on my evidence, call me out. You know what I mean? That keep everybody safe. He said, boss, I found 11 quality tight ends that can be found in later rounds. No to Kincaid at 26. And see, I think I got about 6 or 7. DeShannon. I think I got about 6 or 7. I don't have 11, but I got about 6 or 7 that I also feel are better than Kincaid. Yes, late round guys. Yeah, I see it the same way. Yeah, I'm gonna go through it. It's gonna shock some of y'all. I got some guys ranked over Kincaid. Y'all gonna be shocked, but hey, I'm just saying what I see. So then OJ Howard, right? He ran a 4.52. Come on now, we know. I ain't even gotta say it. You already know. Bus. Now, good player, but bust in terms of being a pick 19. He is clearly not living up to pick 19. Now, is he an NFL player? Yes. But is he living up to the expectation that was on him? As the same thing that they always say, automatic mismatch. He's somebody that's going to stretch the field. He runs a 4.52 and didn't happen. It didn't happen. David Njoku, 6'4", 245, 4.64, can stretch the field. We've never seen anything like him. Automatic mismatch. He's from the U. Throw up the U. The U. You know you, boys. Jeremy Shockey. Hey, guys, this guy's generational. The U. You already know. Where my button? Evan Ingram, pick 23. Probably the best measurables out of all of these dudes. I put it like this. I think Evan Ingram would still do good in Dallas. Put it like that. But what did they say? 6'3", 234, 4.42, automatic mismatch. For sure. He can line up against a corner. He can line up against a safety. He can line up against a linebacker. He's going to do 2,000 yards year one. Had some good years, but definitely a bust according to the expectations that was sold. TJ Hawkinson, he was pick 8. He was a top 10. 6'5", 247. Film was ice cold. Oh man, hold on real quick. Let me get this super chat. Hold on real quick. He said, Simi Fehoko wants to make this team. He better play tight. Yeah, I agree. Ooh, Coach. See, Coach, we got to do a show. Coach, you know what? I've been thinking of this. I want to do a show with me, you, and Alp, and I just wanted to freestyle. I just want to freestyle with y'all. I want to do a show with you and Alp, and I just want to freestyle. You know what I'm saying? I just want to freestyle because I just want to just talk football. Just wherever we go, we just let the wind take us. You feel me? I just think we do that. I want to do that. We need to do that. It's been too long. But TJ Hawkinson was a top 10 pick. 4.7 speed, vertical, jumping out the gym, 37 inches. And I remember him out of Iowa. Man, that dude was lighting it up. Same old things were said about him. Can't miss. Automatic mismatch. He's going to be held against linebackers, safeties, even corners can't handle him. He can do it all. He can jump over a building with a single leap. You know you're a bust when your team trades you to a division opponent while trying to make the playoffs. Now, is he a good player? Yes. But is he living up to top 8?
Oh, hell no.
And all of these prospects that I'm listing are way better than the prospects that's currently listed as first round prospects. Y'all remember Noah Fant? 2019 pick 20. Y'all remember him? Y'all remember 6'4", 249 pounds. He ran a 4.5. Can't miss. He jumps out the gym 39 inch. He is actually like a receiver. And the most famous of them all, the most hyped of them all, Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts. He was called generational. He was called hold on, what you mean by this, Iceberg? Hold on, see this sneak this and shit, dog. What you mean by this? Y'all said keep listening to Boss. What the fuck you mean by that, bro? See, that's what I be talking about, bro. Try to talk decent to some of y'all and y'all get fly like that. Hell no, I ain't calling you, bro. Like, how you think you go sneak this? I literally offer a invitation to talk to you, and then in my own chat you sneak dissing. And you know what it is, Iceberg? I see what it is with you. The more and more I'm showing evidence, the madder you getting. That's because you loving this Kincaid dude. You are the definition of falling in love with your own idea, dog. That's what's going on. You exactly what I'm talking about. You got this goddamn pet cat and you rubbing his head and you can't let that dumbass cat go. And I'm showing evidence after evidence after evidence that first round tight ends don't make no sense. And the more I show evidence, the madder you getting. That's what it is. You are what my coach was talking about when he say don't be that mama with the ugly baby, to where everybody see that Kincaid is ugly but you. Everybody that's listening to this presentation, looking at the evidence, is coming around that tight end at 26 is a bad idea. But everybody that's in love with it, yeah, I'm mad. No, you say, boss, I'm not mad now, but you insulting, bro. And it's not cool. It's whack. Now, and I'm the one that said, I'm going to talk to you. I'm the one that even said I need to come down because I'm too passionate when I'm addressing this. Because I don't want people to think I'm talking at you. So I'm showing you respect and then you sneak dissing. It's whack. So hell no, I ain't calling you. I know you cool with that, but I ain't gonna waste my time. I don't like that type of shit. Just keeping it real. That's whack to me. Whack as fuck. So anyway, let me keep going. Because I'm showing evidence. These ain't opinions. This is evidence. And nobody, let's go back to what I was saying, the facts. So Mr. Generational, Mr. Kyle Pitts, Mr. Can't Miss, Mr. Number One over all of these dudes. It's people that said he was the top player in the draft. And I was like, hell no. Because by then I was peeping the pattern on tight end. I was peeping it. And this is what I was peeping. That you don't get the return on it, and that most of these tight ends do not live up to what they were sold. And then J-Rod, let's talk about this because you say he's worth the hype. He the closest to being worth the hype, but he ain't what the hype they was giving him. He showed like the hype of, okay, let me put it like this. This is gonna be the best way to show it. So for all the people that said he was the best player in the draft, it never made sense. Let's look at it. Look at his production, right? So he had 770 yards as a senior, but people was like, wow, he's gonna really explode. And the only reason why he really did good as a rookie is because they lost Calvin Ridley and he became the single weapon. That's the only reason they had 1,000 yards. Notice he disappeared after that. He ain't did nothing since. But people was really saying that he was a better prospect than Jamar Chase. Do y'all remember that? And Jamar Chase smoked him on production. Ran all kind of loops around him. But it's always this tight end optimism that don't make no sense. Like Jamar Chase smoked his production, but people were still like, Kyle Pitts, the one that's generational. I'm taking him before all of them. I'm like, no way. Waddle, much better prospect. Much better. Real, true, freakish measurables. Yeah, Waddle, much better. Even playing hurt was a better prospect. Yeah. Then it was people saying, put Kyle Pitts over D. Smith. Man, no. It never made sense. D. Smith smoked him. Smoked him. Now, am I saying Kyle Pitts is not a good player? He's a good player. Would I take Kyle Pitts for the Dallas Cowboys? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Did I ever have him top 10? Nope. I never had Kyle Pitts top 10. I had Kyle Pitts number 12 on my list. Is he a dog? Yes. Could he help Dallas? Yes. Is he living up to what he was advertised to be? No. They said this dude was getting ready to be Calvin Johnson. No, that ain't no Calvin Johnson, bro. So even Kyle Pitts, as good as he is, he not living up to what he was advertised to be. He not. And he the best prospect in literally he one of the best prospects, or is he? Because you know how they say we haven't seen, that type of measurements is generational. That type of athlete is generational. Is it? Is it? Generation is 20 years, right? Right? And I'm showing y'all we've seen Kyle Pitts before. Hakeem Butler was another Kyle Pitts in terms of measurements. In terms of a guy that can go outside and was I know it's easy to be like, Hakeem Butler, who is that, boss? Oh, no. Boss got the receipts. Boss know what y'all was saying. Albert, y'all remember Albert? Ran that 4.49, 6'6", 258 tight end. Yeah. Y'all remember that? See, that's what I'll be saying. It's a lot of hype. It's always a lot of hype around this time. Let's go look at what they were saying about Hakeem Butler if y'all think I'm lying about this hype. Do y'all remember this? I don't care. Give me Hakeem Butler. Tell me why Hakeem Butler shouldn't be a consistent first round pick. I keep receipts of what people say during draft season. I'm keeping receipts of what y'all saying on Michael Meyer and Dalton Kincaid. I'm keeping receipts. Y'all gonna see. This time next year, I'm gonna show y'all these same shows and these same receipts. Hakeem Butler, 6'5", runs a 4.5. Wow! Hakeem Butler just ran a 4.49. It was hype crazy. He's 6'5", he ran a 4.4. Hakeem Butler, freak show. First round hype coming soon for Hakeem Butler. Hot damn. Yeah, this is what people were saying. Yeah, this is real too. Yeah, they was hyping him to heaven. Got to the league and same measurements as Kyle Pitts. And see, this is why I be telling y'all, man. And I'm telling you the truth on this. Them big, tall dudes, they don't scare nobody. I played corner. I used to go against them dudes. Being tall don't scare nobody. The people that scare you are the people that can separate. That's what scare you. You can be 150, 5'4", but if you can separate, you scary. It is nobody that embarrass you worse than a guy who know how to get separation. So that's why when I especially tight ends, when we calling them mismatches and all of that, why does it never translate? Why does it never translate? And nobody's saying this. Nobody keeping it real on the hype on tight end. And I'm gonna say this: tight end is hyped, or running back is treated like tight end should be. I'm gonna say that again. Running back is treated like tight end should be. So all the theories that's on running back, they really belong to tight end. Because the bust rate on tight end is times 100 when it over running backs. Times 100. It's times 100. Because even if you might not like Zeke, at least Zeke earned another contract with his same team. You might not like Todd Gurley, but he earned a contract with his same team. You might not, first rounder, Cook, you might not like him, but he earned a contract with his same team. You might not like DMC as a first rounder, but he earned a contract before with his same team. Go look at the tight ends though in the first round. How many of these dudes? And guess what? Cal Pitts go be next. Cal Pitts go be the next one moving around. OJ Howard moving around. David stayed, but at a dirt cheap contract. Evan Ingram moving around. TJ, he even got traded in his own division. That's how they think he ain't no threat. Noah Fant. Cal Pitts getting ready to be next. So when I know this type of history, I supposed to believe that Dalton, Kincaid, and Micah Meyer are different. I supposed to say, well, you know, it's a lot of history here, and there's a lot of even recent history that show that tight ends don't generally pan out like we thought they would. But this time I'm right. Okay, sure. That's wee woo, dog.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo, wee woo.
Ooh, this is real, Reaper. The Reaper. I can't fight you on this one, dog. I can't fight you on this one, bro. And Reaper, I don't understand why. Because I'm really trying to see the logic. Because there is no position with a worse bust rate than tight end. Guards do better. First round guards. Corners do better. Safeties do better. Tight end flames out almost every year, but yet they get new optimism every year. I don't get it, the Reaper. Safety treated like trash. Running back, we can get Zeke, you know, round 6. We can get us a Zeke. We can just, you know, go in a trash can and pick up a Zeke. We go. The next time I'm hungry and I want a Zeke, I'm gonna just go in the refrigerator. Like Zeke's just like finding Zeke's is like finding change. I don't get it, the Reaper. I really don't. So all right, so we still dealing with the Boss Cowboy guide. All right, so we still dealing with the guide. So now we finna get into, because I had to show why, and I had to give all the reasons, because it's a different thing telling you that the tight end history is bad. It's another thing showing you. Yeah. I don't know why they keep paying that dude. I don't. Production be womp. Some of these dudes, they paying these dudes on potential. And that's what I say on tight end. This stuff is about potential. But it ain't panning out. It ain't. So now, this is where I'm finna shock y'all. My tight end list is not even close to what some people are saying. I'm being honest. You know who my number one tight end is right now? It ain't Michael Mayer. It's not Dalton Kincaid. It's Cameron. I can already hear some of y'all laughing. I can already hear it. I can hear it. Yeah. See, I might as well let my nuts hang. I might as well be bold and say what I really see. I might as well, because every year everybody else be wrong about these first round tight ends. So might as well just say what you see. To me, when I look at the guy that got the hands, the blocking, the hips, played in the biggest games, been in a lot of wars, yeah. Dalton, I got him with 2 stars. Matter of fact, I think I got him with 1. I need to double check that. But he's been hyped the worst. He one of the worst ones getting hyped. That USC game, go get that dude paid. And that USC game was nothing but hot pockets. It was truly nothing but hot pockets. I already showed y'all this because I told y'all I had this in the presentation. But it's true. The biggest game that everybody's riding them on is the USC game. But when you really look at it, and the only reason I'm not showing y'all is because I don't have the all 22. If I had the all 22, I will break down each one of those catches and prove to y'all that a majority of them things was option routes. And a lot of them things was him sitting in them hot pockets, just like Schultz. And I'm not for playing or hyping up role-playing ass positions like they playmaking positions. I ain't doing it. I'm not finna treat these tight ends where this commentator said an 8th grader can do it like they out there jumping over people's heads like them people on the perimeter. The people that's really making them plays are those perimeter guys. Those are the guys that's being the acrobats. These dudes sitting in these pockets running up a whole bunch of stats because they know how to sit in a soft spot of a zone. Man, stop. I ain't trying to. Hold on. He said, boss, my boy, what's up, landlord? He said, boss, I've been listening at work, but I said I would hate to draft a tight end. But a slim tight end is just a slow wide receiver. See, landlord, I think you know how to, landlord is gifted at just, I'm sometimes too complicated. Landlord know how to take everything that I'm saying and just wrap it to a bumper sticker. Thank you, landlord. Landlord, everybody got a different type of genius. Landlord genius is simplifying stuff. That's perfect, bro. That's exactly what I'm saying. For anybody that's looking for us to weapon up at 26, don't go tight end. Because you basically just getting somebody that's likely not gonna produce for you. You not. Great super chat. Appreciate that, landlord. Great super chat. But going through my candidates, right? And I talked about, so I said he ain't nothing but another hot pocket. Yeah, he is. And I'm telling you this before it happened. I'm telling y'all this before it happened.
Back to the drawing board. Gets it out for Kincaid. And it's a first down for Utah. Dalton Kincaid night continues.
Yeah, they are piercing this zone like a USC sword. I mean, this is easy. The last one right over the ball. This is just a little option route. There are some amazing plays these two QBs have made. And then there are opportunities like that that an 8th grader could make. I mean,
that an 8th grader could make. Because I showed you, that's why I never was buying this, oh, we gotta have Dalton Schultz. Oh my God, we gotta have Dalton Schultz. Oh my God, we can't live, we won't be able to breathe without Dalton Schultz. Man, what does the film say, bro? Just look at what he's doing. He's literally sitting in pockets. So don't tell me this pitch and catch stuff. Oh my God, he's Dak's security blanket. We gotta pay that $20 million. No, we don't. We can do what we always do: replace these tight ends with another one. What did we do? What did we do when Witten left? Replaced him with Swam. What did we do when Swam left? We replaced him with what's my boy? It was after Swam. It was what's his name? Jarwin. We just replaced him with Jarwin. Kept moving. No big deal. Still got about 500-600 yards out of that. No big deal. Kept moving. Hold on real quick. I just saw your super chat, big dog. Hold on. He said, boss, any rebuttal to my comment to the Zeke idea? Man, I miss your Zeke idea. What's your Zeke idea, bro? I'm multitasking, so I ain't see it. Big dog. I'm looking for it now. Go ahead and put your Zeke idea back, and then I'll respond to it, big dog. My bad. I just didn't see it. I be multitasking. I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking at film. I'm producing. I'm doing it all. Yeah. So go ahead and put your comment back in there, Montana. He said, "Boss, I already read that. But bro, I'm just being honest, bro. And see, Mike McCarthy think like me too. I want y'all to know Mike McCarthy is thinking like me as well. Or I'm thinking like Mike. He's my elder, so I say I'm thinking like Mike. But I'm thinking like Mike McCarthy. Me and Mike are thinking the same. How about that? Mike McCarthy is like, man, don't go make him no offers. Yeah, see, because a lot of people got confused. They thought the Dallas Cowboys made him an offer this year. They didn't. They didn't even come to Dalton with the offer they gave him last year, which was obviously a lowball offer. They said, matter of fact, Mike McCarthy leading this too, y'all. He was like, we not doing option routes no more, man. All this walking downfield because you basically just run into a zone and sitting down. Man, bro, you can turn on any tape and this is 90% of what you go see Schultz doing. Literally hot pocketed all day long. Every now and then you do see him beat somebody with a route. I have seen Schultz beat people with a route. But mostly it's bootlegs, sitting down in these soft spots in the zone, just gadget plays to get a guy open, ways to move the check, like right here. Just he finds the soft spot. That's all he doing. But it's a lot of people that really believe that that's supposed to get you paid millions. And I'm like, no, it don't. Like, look at this play. They leak him out and just dump it to him. Man, dog, you could do this. Cherry picking plays. I'm actually not cherry picking plays. These are not cherry pick plays. All of these plays are just basically the catches from all his games. These are not cherry picked at all. These are just all of his catches. And when you look at all of his catches, you see the pattern of his catches. See, if I pulled up Amari or if I pulled up CeeDee Lamb, you will see a whole nother pattern. You will see guys that's beating guys one-on-one. You will see guys that's going over the top making acrobatic catches. You will see guys that's making big plays. You wouldn't see CeeDee Lamb. You wouldn't see Amari Cooper all day long just sitting in pockets. Every one of these catches you seeing is not cherry picked. These are just all his catches. That's all. And when you looking at all his catches, you see the pattern. He's sitting in pockets. That's all he doing. That's why we coined him Hot Pocket. You ain't seeing him win like Hayden Hurst. Because if I turn on the Hayden Hurst film, it ain't a bunch of hot pockets. If we turn on Hayden Hurst, and that's why you'll see Hayden Hurst got paid because what he does is different. If you go look at what Hayden Hurst does, it ain't just sitting in them soft spots. They actually run Hayden Hurst vertical. You can use him a lot more, a lot of different ways, and he's more dangerous. Because you can actually stretch the field with Hayden Hurst. Why do you think the whole league didn't want to pay Schultz? He was a free agent. He only got $9 million. Why? Because the whole league was saying, you ain't nothing but a hot pocket. Why would I pay you? You a hot pocket. Versus you got Hayden Hurst going into them deep zones with these catches. Being a real athlete. That's why he got paid. Mike McCarthy look, hurdling bars. Man, please. Nah, man. So now, and when then when the best game from Dalton Kincaid, the commentators say, yeah, they killing that zone from USC with a lot of these looks, which is an option route that an 8th grader could do. And I'm supposed to be like, I'm gonna pay an 8th grader first round? No, I'm not. You can, I'm not. So let me do this real quick. I'm gonna take a couple of calls. Hold on real quick. Take a few calls. We'll talk about this. With some people. I ain't talking with this everybody, man. You gonna piss me off. Hold on real quick. Let me get these phones on. Turning them on now. Alright, so I got the phones on. We'll take a couple of calls. But I do think this is like one of the most important shows, because it's a whole lot of people that's pushing the wee woo on tight end, and I do mean that it's wee woo. It's a lot of wee woo going out there that I totally disagree with. Hold on. Montana, let me see. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Montana. You say you dropped it. Let me find it. Oh, okay, I found it. Sorry, Montana. I finally found it. Here it is. I got the phone lines open too. Yeah, Montana. He said they honestly believe that Tony Pollard out surgery, same year injury, Ron Jones, Malik Davis, and dude they signed is replacing Zeke. Haven't they learned committee is not their style? It hasn't worked in any point. Yeah, Montana, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm being all the way honest, that's one of the areas right now that I really hope straightens out. Because as of now, in a lot of positions we can say we got better. I cannot say as of now that we're better at running back. The only thing I'm excited about is that it's early, and maybe we can find us some lightning in the draft. But I don't think it's gonna be no lightning in free agency. I think it's gone. And I think it's a whole lot of people that greatly underestimated 12 touchdowns with Zeke. It's a whole lot of people that greatly underestimated the punishment that Zeke would bring. It's a whole lot of people. And I was thinking about this today, and it was actually making me mad, Montana. I was thinking about when I was playing football and I dislocated my shoulder. Somebody cut me and I fell on the turf, and it was already a shoulder that I hurt before, and my shoulder popped out. And I popped my shoulder in place myself. Boop. I'm talking about my bone literally out, right? Not out my skin, but my shoulder popped out. And I popped my shoulder in like a movie. And the pain, bro. And I kept playing, but the pain. And I was mad, Montana, because I was thinking, boss, you actually did one time what Zeke did. And I didn't have a good game. I remember that one. I couldn't block out the mental of the pain. I couldn't. I sucked it up because my team needed me, but so to see Zeke play the way that he played on a bad knee, and we sitting in these comfortable air-conditioned environments judging it, and don't feel none of what he's administering, and I just think the Cowboy fan base for the most part got it wrong on Zeke. Now, it's still a business. maybe Zeke wanted too much. If he wanted too much, I understand the Cowboys kind of keeping their foot solid, because sometimes you got to send people to the market so the market can show them what they're really worth. But if they came to him with a just grossly insulting number, then I put it like this: I'd rather they had signed Zeke than Cooper Rush. If you had a budget, don't put it on the quarterback, put it on him. Because Zeke was more important to those wins than Cooper Rush. Yeah, we say we got 250 watching and only 142 likes. Let's get the likes up. All right, so Duncan, I miss your call, bro. I'm getting ready to call you. But while I'm calling you, let's get them likes up, everybody. I'm going to call Duncan real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me get Duncan on the phone. Duncan, I'm calling you from an 832 number. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me get Duncan in there. Hey, this Boss Cowboy.
Yes, I tried calling and I couldn't get through. Listen, boss, I just want to bring up, first of all of us in the community, we love you. So we don't care about these people that don't know how to address you correctly or whatever. So anyway, just want to say that. I don't have much time, but what I meant by the 11 quality, I just meant that there's 11 guys throughout the draft. If you want to get somebody at the 7th round, there's somebody there to get. So we have good tight ends in this draft all the way through. Now, I'm not saying quality is in, the 11th guy, somebody you take in the 2nd round, but that's what I was trying to get across.
Yeah, no, and I feel you on that. And if you see 11, I might be just missing about 4. I was saying that I see around 7 that I can see are good fits for the Dallas Cowboys. But you might just have a better list than I do. So what likely would need to happen, Shannon, is that we would probably need to just compare notes. And when we compare notes, you might be able to teach me some candidates that I don't even see yet. You see what I'm saying?
Well, hey, to me and you, we have a close eye together, but I see certain things a little different sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm talking about would be able to start for you, even if you got in the 6th or 7th round, or even as an unrestricted free agent, that could start for you in 2 or 3 years, like, the guy we're talking about, Schultz, remember?
Yep.
He's the last right kind of guy of Garrett, and thank God he's gone. Hey, man, I love you, brother.
I love you too, man. I appreciate the call.
Don't let these people have the power to get underneath your skin.
Yeah.
Because you're so much better than that. I wouldn't give them 5 seconds. We love you, man. Just
pray for me, man. Pray for me, man. Pray for me.
I will. I am going to pray for you. And you still haven't called me yet, but I'll be waiting for you.
Hold on. This your number right here?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm locking you in, and I'm gonna call you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Listen,
I'm putting you in. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Let's talk some ball.
Okay. Hold on a second.
This is my.
I have my own business. I do RV repair. It's Savior, after my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, RV repair. Okay. So I tell you what, you call me, but if I don't pick up, just leave a message there, and then I'll call you back when I got a chance to make sure you're not on the show.
No, perfect. Perfect.
Okay. Thank you, brother. You're amazing.
No, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, brother.
Go Cowboys, man.
Yeah, amen. Bye-bye.
Y'all just pray for me, man. Like I said, I do get passionate, and I know I do. That's something it's because when it comes to football, I love this game, man. I love this team, and I used to play like this. I was an emotional player. I played with my heart on my sleeve. So, every now and then, especially when we talking about the gridiron, my old passions rise up. And that's why I was saying earlier that I gotta be careful, because when I start getting passionate, it can come across like I'm going at certain people. Like at first I was not going at Iceberg until he got fly with me. Then it's like, okay, now I'm finna go at you. But other than that, I wanted to make it real clear that that it was more so my passion, not me being upset at him or his ideas. Because as much as possible, I try to respect everybody's differences. But if I feel like it's a bad idea, I do get frustrated. I do. And I do need to do better at that. Not just keeping it real. Now, I still got the call lines open. I see somebody that called yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and call him because he just... Oh, let me call Coach Marv. Hopefully Coach Marv still up. Hold on. Let me get Coach Marv up in here because I said I was going to call him yesterday. So let me call him real quick, man. Coach Marv, you know, he... And I do apologize, honestly, y'all, for starting the show so late. I had to do, you know, my son, you know, his teacher called. So when a teacher call, you know, you gotta have them talks. You know what I mean? And you don't rush them talks, them discipline talks. So I had to put my son first. Obviously, I'ma always do that. And just kind of, you know, get his mind right. So now, you know, we had that talk, but that did put me behind y'all. And I know a lot of y'all, a lot of times be looking for me around 8 o'clock Central. So I apologize for actually coming in a little bit late. Well, actually an hour late. So I'm calling Coach Marv now. Coach.
What's going on, man?
I got you on the show.
Hey, man. Yeah, what's going on, bro? Listen, man. Your tight end analogy was point on. But I want to say this, boss, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tight end is, if you can get a good tight end, a very good tight end, right? Your offense go to another level because, yes, teams don't want to specify trying to guard a tight end that's killing them, and that is a special type of guy.
Yeah.
But history has showed you that those guys are based off of your evaluation, and those tight ends come later in the later rounds. So we can't take that big of a chance, because most of the times you got to find that special guy. Most of the time you don't find that special guy with a first round pick.
You don't.
So that's why tight end that would not be a very smart pick. And then you look at the tight ends out there, it's really only one guy that's got a special, unique ability that does a couple of things, and you might not like him, but I like Washington, because Washington got a unique ability because he could be almost like a tackle for you. So his blocking is on another level. So, and he's a real big guy. So, but still, yet I wouldn't draft him in the first round, because he may get somebody to draft him because of that unique ability, but that doesn't help us.
No.
And as my super chat, I know the one you were saying that, you didn't understand.
Yeah.
What I was saying is that I heard word today that the Cowboys said that Tyron Smith is going to be a swing tackle.
That means we got to get a tackle. That's what you're saying.
Guard, that's a paramount. And then it made me start to think. It made me start to think that when they did this, I think me and you had talked about, I really believe that they were going to let him start because of, he gave them a discounted deal. But then I started to think, when I heard that, is that Tyron gave them a discount deal to say, and the Cowboys probably came to Tyron and say, we want you to be a swing tackle, but we can't pay you that type of money to be a swing tackle. But if you play, if you have to play extended amount of time because another tackle is out, and you have to get in there and do full-time tackle work, your sentence is gonna kick in. Then you're gonna get paid like a starting tackle. But if you don't, and you just a swing tackle, you're gonna get paid like a swing tackle. So that was a perfect deal for them. And what I think they're saying is that they don't. That might be a stopgap because they don't know it's still gonna be back the first part of the year.
Yeah.
So they got themselves covered because Tyron has played right. So now it still takes some time to come back because he's not ready because they don't want to rush him. They'll feel comfortable with that, but that leaves a glaring spot open on either the guard or the tackle on the left-hand side.
Exactly.
That you must address in the first round.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly how I see it. I mean, exactly how I see it. And that's why and then on top of that, we just also fortunate that likely it's gonna be about 4 tackles sitting there. A couple of them are gonna be combo guys to where they play tackle and guard, and some of them are left side guys. It's like, man, that's why I would kick a window if we go tight end. It doesn't make sense, like especially with Steele out, that line is depleted. You already had to re-sign Tyron Smith for a swing. That's letting you know we in trouble. So I'm with you, Coach.
And they're telling you now that this is it for Tyron. Tyron either gonna be a swing from now on, and listen, not saying he can't step in. If you have a injury, you have to go with him, but that's just telling you he's a swing. So now you definitely need to replace that tackle. Some of these young guys may come up, but I think the Cowboys are going to draft a guy that's a combo tackle guard, and then at that point, boss, we have low key replace this whole offensive line with young guys, and now they can say we got guys signed. We don't have to invest that much money into our line for a couple of years, and now we don't have to. We can move on and use that money in other places because, again, I'm not saying Zach Martin is totally done, but if you look at his contract, his 40 years are all done. Yeah. So he gonna push his money back as far as you could push it, and next year his salary cap here is $23 million, unless you're gonna do an extension to him. And I'm not quite sure that Zach Martin is in the mind frame of playing 15 years. I think he might be at that point saying, well, hey, I done enough. I'm not gonna sign no extension that can spread it out for me to be here. I might be done too. So, because once you start seeing all the young guys around you and they're progressing, and you into your 13th or 14th year, and if the Cowboys have the success this year like we think they are, you might both of them, Tyron and Zach, might just say, hey, I'm done. And you have to look at it that way. So that everything is pointing for drafting a solid starting offensive lineman in the first round, and maybe backing that back up in the 5th round, trying to draft another solid maybe center, because your center is coming up for free agency. So they're trying to build the offensive line. So that's the definite. And tight end is a commodity that needs to can be addressed later. But as I was saying, McCarthy said last year, boss, about Simi Fehoko playing tight end, and that being that hybrid tight end, that guy that can stretch the field because he got some size on him. And I'm not playing. I'm not being funny.
No, I'm listening.
If Simi Fehoko want to make this team,
no, I loved it.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. He better get some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. He don't have to add that much weight because he's already 220 pounds. He need to get some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, because if people think that Simi Fehoko going to beat out Tolbert, and I got another person here, and if they draft a wide receiver, he's going to be behind that person, and he's going to be behind Galloway. I can tell you that Galloway got NFL playing experience. So if Simmons want to make this team, and if we're going to carry I believe we might carry 4 to 5 running backs. They're not going to carry no 6 or 7 receivers. You can't do that. I mean, there ain't been so many slots. And I believe we're going to go heavy at running back. So that means we're talking light tight ends. So he's going to carry 4. And we might go heavy at running back. So that means the receiver room, it may be 5, possibly 6. And I don't see him in that mix. So if he want to get a spot on this team, he need to get some physicality. And he could be a great change-up guy that, you know, that does some great things. But I really think Hendershot and Ferguson, you know, I think, you know, Boss, you was trying to say to people, I think people forget about the glaring reviews that Ferguson got in the Senior Bowl.
Yep.
About his catching ability. I mean, he was the best catcher. He was rated the best.
They said he was the best catching person out there, not even tight end, out of all weapons.
And Hendershot, the only reason Hendershot didn't get drafted because he got that kind of that wild side to him, and he got in a little
ooey.
Yeah. So these guys know that they can play, but you know the Cowboys know they can play. I wish you may do it on another show, but I did send you. I found it when Jared was talking about the tight ends.
Yeah, shoot it to me.
Yeah, I emailed it to you.
You did?
And it was. Yeah, it's in that same interview when he was talking about, when he was sitting down talking about, you know, you can't put a team around Dak Prescott. They set him down, you know, in that same interview at the 26th minute, right at the 26th minute, they asked him a question about Dalton Schultz. Was he going to keep Dalton? And he started going to the thing about, we don't know. He never said about keeping Dalton Schultz. He just talked about, we got to find out what we want in the tight end.
Ooh.
Yeah. He talked about he never said we're going to keep Dalton Schultz, and he said we're going to find out what we need in the tight end and how important it is of the tight end, but he don't know if we have the right mix, and he likes the guys that we already have, but he
when you want a hot meal without a big deal, what are you going to pick?
Wants as a tight end. So when you start talking about it like that, that tells me that this decision about Dalton Schultz wasn't a Jerry Jones thing.
Mike McCarthy.
Just Mike McCarthy decision. Yep. Because let's be honest, why did Dalton Schultz get so many targets? He got as many targets the year before. He got the targets the year he got the targets the previous year. You had a decision to make. If you were talking about a financial decision, you got rid of Cooper, but if you got rid of Dalton Schultz, you could have kept Cooper. You wouldn't have had that excuse.
Yep.
But you kept Schultz because Schultz was getting the targets, and I guarantee you, this is the thing that Cooper been saying in that locker room about these stick routes. Man, you targeting Dalton Schultz. When we can get some of those same things, those targets, but they're going there, and they gave Kellen the autonomy to say, who do you want to come back?
Yep.
And he made that decision.
It was
hot
pocket.
Now, once you got rid of him, you didn't even entertain.
When you want a hot meal without a
That's
big
what people
deal,
not getting.
what
They
you
didn't
gonna
even
pick?
entertain it.
No. It's on in that interview when he asked him about Schultz, he never even said that he didn't say we get rid of, but he just talked about, I like the young guys that we have, and we need to find out what we need we want in a tight end. And then he went into talking about if you get a special guy like Kelsey or those type of guys. So when you start talking like that, you're saying that your tight end is not that. Because we know he's not that. So you're not going to entertain bringing him back for a price to bring him back. And I believe that they offered Schultz a contract last year because they went on what Kellen Moore said.
Yep.
But But the contract, Kellen, listen, let's be honest, the TDs are there. Kellen probably told him, said, yeah, you get a contract, but Schultz thought, hey, I got the offensive coordinator in my pocket.
Yep.
So I wanted the big bucks. No, that ain't enough. I can get more. But everything went up in the air when Schultz found out that Kellen Moore was gone. He probably packed all his stuff up. I mean, he knew that was it. I'm not talking about Schultz as a bad player, but he fit what Kellen Moore wants to do.
Option routes. Yeah.
When you want a hot meal without a big deal, what are you gonna pick?
That what Jerry was saying to the reporters about when they talk about signing Schultz back. They were evaluating what they want in a tight end, and that's where they made that pick. I think that Ferguson and Hendershot are more athletic and will do other things in this offense.
Yeah.
Because they had a year of development.
Right.
And
see, that's the key right there. That year of development. That's the key. That's why they go take off on year 2. I agree.
So that's where the Cowboys are truly looking at, and Cowboys and people when we talk about all this drafting receiver and drafting all this stuff, Cowboys are notorious of drafting offensive linemen in the first round, and listen, they're gonna go through the same blueprint that they went last year, because the blueprint last year they drafted a lineman. And he played well.
Yep.
So they're not scared to draft a guy in the first round as a lineman
and say play
right out there.
Yeah, and say play. Shit, Coach, I'm gonna cry real tears when they do it because it makes sense. And I know, Coach, I just don't see. And this is my thing. I don't see him moving on from Dalton Schultz to go get Dalton Schultz.
No, it's gonna be a totally different guy. That's why. But I do think they like Hendershot, and I think they like the Hendershot and Ferguson are two. Hendershot got a little bit more juice than Ferguson.
Yeah.
But both of them block well.
Right.
And that's why I say if they do get a tight end, it's gonna be later on. But when McCarthy mentioned that last year about trying Semi Fehoko at tight end, he had a vision, but his offensive coordinator had that vision.
Nope, and that's why when they started training camp, where did we see Semi at receiver? See, that's right. And see, I swear, Coach, that's why I said Kellen Moore is like a toxic relationship. Even when you end it, they leave scars.
Right, and you know something, he's a toxic relationship with and I'm not talking about the Dallas Cowboy community, but he's a toxic to the Dallas Cowboy community, because that's why we devaluing running back all through our community, thinking that we can just throw anybody at running back and not realize that the running game is going to set the table for Cooks and CeeDee Lamb to get what they want. And I believe Mike McCarthy knows that, and it is very valuable that we don't give up 1,900 yards and 24 touchdowns and act like that's not going to be a valid part of being success. I thought that we were going to build onto that and add to our receiver unit, not tear that down and then build our receiver, because then you just in the same spot you was in before. You tear one down to build another one. Keep that as a main part, and this is, we will see with Tony Pollard, but Tony Pollard is a weapon. He is not a 200 carry guy. You can't ask a guy that hadn't had 200 carries in his whole career since he probably had that in high school as a running back. You can't ask him to come in his 5th year in the NFL and now gets 200 carries. And when you think you got a good football team, and there's going to be a lot of games that we're going to be putting games away and not just going out there just running reckless, because we got a good defense. So we're going to be up and we're going to be trying to put games away, and we just can't run him in there because it's a 7 17-week season, and we definitely gonna need him. We're gonna need that running game in December when it gets cold and during the playoffs. So we gotta be fresh, and we needed a running back in there to take some of them hits off Tony and let Tony be a weapon like he's always been.
Right. Yeah, I'm very, very curious to see how that last domino is gonna play out. That's what I'm curious to see. That not last domino. I meant running back domino. That's what I'm just curious on that, Coach.
Well, everything with my word I heard that Hankins will probably be the last, but listen, Hankins, said today that he's kind of don't want to sign right now. I understand the big veteran.
And then I don't know if I believe that, Coach. I heard that rumor too.
Yeah.
I heard that rumor too. I don't know if I buy it.
But some of y'all, I think somebody in one of your shows said there's a lot of big one techs that there's veteran guys.
That was Coach Q.
Right. So
and it is, and I double checked. He right, Coach. He right. I got about 5 free agent one techs that I feel just as good about. It's a good year for one tech.
And
you could actually get better than him, actually.
Yeah, but Hankins might be, when you're a veteran like that, he know he's gonna be a rotational player. Guys like that getting close to the end. Some of them, one thing he know about the Cowboys. Well, they offered him now, the money ain't gonna change.
Yeah, that
ain't gonna change. So some of these guys like, man, I don't, and he might then say, hey, I don't want to do too much of that training camp or that OTA type stuff. So I might wait. And the Cowboys are not really pressed about that, but that's the last piece. And this McKinley piece, they're probably going to go on defense. Everything else is going to be devoted to offense. And that's the word I got out of Dallas, that everything else is going to be devoted to offense of anything else they're going to pick up. But remember this blueprint is just like the blueprint of last year. The only thing that they changed from last year is they made some very crucial trades and filled 2 spots with some very good players. Everything else is just like they did last year, and I look for them to go into the draft with about 16 to 17, maybe close to $20 million of cap room, because they're going to get $10 million at June 1st for Zeke. Just like they did last year. They're going to do that. They're doing the exact same plan they did last year. They're going to go into that. They're going to sign their draft picks, and they're going to have money. If they need to go get a quarterback or something happen, they're going to spend some money, but they're going to use every last one of these draft picks, and they're going to go and they're going to build their roster with some quality players. Now Will McClay can really go to work, because now he's looking for the best guy that they can get in the positions they want, because that's how they're going to build their future. They're going to slide these guys into roles in the next year or so to play. So we're in a good spot, boss. We're in a real good spot. Only thing we got to do now is play football. Let the grass tell the story.
Yep, there it is. Appreciate it, Coach, as always.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, let's get it.
Later.
That was Coach Marv, man. Y'all know he gonna bring that fire, man. And thank y'all for getting them likes up, man. I see them likes done came way up. I appreciate that, man. And those who just coming in, y'all make sure y'all hit that like. So we still going through this series, and also y'all stay out on the lookout for tomorrow. I'm gonna be dropping some on that tack, right? Because I think a lot of people kind of looking at tack a little bit off. I'm gonna go into tack. I'm gonna really explain the benefit of tack. Tack makes a lot of sense. Just to give you a little bit on it right now, y'all know that's Dan Quinn, right? Y'all know that's Dan Quinn that's highly betting on tack, right? Because it was Dan Quinn as the head coach that drafted him in the first round for Atlanta, So, and they snuck him on the team last year. Very good sneaky move. So I'm gonna talk about that in detail tomorrow, because see, we had some problems with setting the edge. You ain't gonna have no problem setting the edge with tack. Like the Dallas Cowboys are killing it. These are middle moves though, but these middle moves are killing the game. And if they can do what they did, well, I don't want to get, I don't want, ooh, my boy said, good morning, boss. It's 4 a.m. over here in Portugal. God, dog. Man, hey, I wake up at 4 too, man, so it's all good, bro. Man, welcome. This is a very interesting show, John. So this is one that I'm very excited about too. It's I fear what's going on with the gossip on tight end, and I'm trying to get ahead of it. I'm trying to make sure that the Cowboy fan base don't fall for that wee woo.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
That wee woo is the idea of tight end at 26. I absolutely hate it with all my heart. History is horrible on tight ends in the first round. I don't think any of these tight ends are an exception to the rule. I think they go fall right in line to the typical tight ends that's overhyped, oversold, and never pan out to what they was advertised to be. It looked like it's a clear train headed in that direction, and I want to stop the train. So for those of y'all who hate it like me, I really want y'all to really get active, because the narrative is growing on tight end. We got to kill it. We got to make our voices matter. That those of us who believe this, though. Now, if you don't believe this, obviously don't share the content. Don't share the content. But if you believe all the evidence that I showed, because I showed a whole lot of evidence. I showed what happened with the favorite tight ends last year. It was womp. It really was. In case you missed it, there it is. The top tight end did nothing. The number 2 tight end did nothing. The number 3 tight end was womp. The number 4 and 5. No, it's a consistent pattern of this. Even when you go look at people that's way better than these guys, it's that same pattern, to where they advertised as they're gonna come change the world. They're gonna be automatic mismatches, unstoppable killers. They're gonna change the game forever, and they end up being more of the same. So I don't want the Dallas Cowboys to have as wonderful of a free agency that they did, and did get all the way to the first round and fall for that wee woo.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
So if you behind this mission, really share this content. Get on Twitter, get on Facebook, tag some of the media people that you know are pushing for tight end, because most people, I think, look at these candidates year by year. Every year they see brand new beautiful tape, and every year they start believing that this is going to be the one. I'm a little bit different. I look at these candidates based on now, and I look at the history of that unit. I've been doing that. That's why I knew CeeDee Lamb was likely going to become a quality number 1, because I looked at over 15 years of first round receivers, and I saw the pattern, and it was a clear pattern. The pattern is this: whenever you draft a receiver and he plays behind an existing number 1, that draftee usually becomes a number 1 95% of the time. But when you draft a receiver to be what I call a hero, where there's no existing number 1, and they got to take all that pressure day 1, they crash 95% of the time. It's a complete opposite. So CeeDee Lamb, the fact that he came up under Amari for 2 years, it allowed him to cut his teeth, grow his confidence, and then arise into the number 1, and he did. He did exactly like the number said and history said would happen. So that's why I'm also big on history. Some people don't care nothing about history. This time next year, they gonna be hyping up more tight ends, and I'm gonna be showing this very show, showing I was right about these tight ends that was hyped. I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna say, you remember these guys? They was hyping these guys. They was telling you that these guys was automatic mismatch, and these guys are first round tight ends, and it's gonna be just like what we seen with the guys from last year. The numbers go look right around this-ish. It's going to be this. Or it's going to be this. Yeah. Just watch. Just come back this time next year when I'm talking about the book and I'm talking about tight ends and I'm talking about history, and I'm gonna have them guys on the list. And I'm gonna show what they actually did for the year. And it's gonna be right there or right around. Michael Myers is not gonna be Grunk. I'm almost certain on that. I will bet that Dalton Kincaid is not gonna be Ertz like they saying. He is not, because he is not Ertz. Because when I watch Ertz really does beat man coverage. That's the difference. Ertz can beat man coverage, and he does. Dalton is an option router. His best game was full of option routes. The commentator said, I saw it, and I swear to God, if any one of y'all had it all 22, send it to me. I'm going to cut that USC tape up, and it's going to be impossible to refute that this dude ain't nothing but an option route tight end. And it don't make no sense to get rid of Dalton Schultz to go pick up Dalton Schultz. You already got rid of a hot pocket, don't go get another one. If you go get a tight end, go get a tight end. Go get one that stretched the field. Go get you a Hayden Hurst. Don't go get you no pocket tight end, no dude who good at pockets and reading defense and sitting in holes and zones. Nah, man, we don't need no more hot pockets. We got enough of that. This time we need playmakers at the tight end position. And these dudes that's been sold as that dude is not that dude. These dudes ain't really stretching no fields. I don't see it. Show me the film, and the best film that everybody hyping up is not the best film, and it doesn't sell me. Because none of those films that they showing me on Dalton, Kincaid, or Michael, none of them are showing me what those guys showed last year. And they sure ain't showing me what these guys showed. So how are they way less in terms of their draft grades and draft profiles, but we expect them to be more and do more year one? I ain't falling for the wee-woo, dog. Sorry.
Oh, you see this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee-woo.
So I would say this, man. Let's get active on this. Some of y'all do, some of y'all don't. Tag some of these people, man. Tag Brian Broder. Tag all these people that's out there saying tight end makes sense at 26. Tag them. And then some of them go actually watch this and they go say, you know what? I don't know that dude, but he making sense. Some of them go get in their feelings. They go be like, oh, who does he think he is? You know, I'm the one that got the media job. Some of them go get in their feelings. But some people really do have true humility, where they'll look at it and they'll be like, you know what? That guy made a good case. I'm going to reassess what I thought. Because, see, this is one thing I also know about Brian Brothers. Brian Brothers kept asking the question, what happened to the running game? What happened to the running game? And I tagged him. I said, Brian, I heard you on the fan, and you kept asking what happened to the running game after I said, this is what happened to the running game last year. I say, we was running to the right behind Steele, and that's where we was having most of our success. I sent him the diagrams that proved it. You know what I mean? That showed it to where our running success, when we was killing in 2021 on the ground the first 7 games, and he liked it. He was like, I see it. So some of these people that's making these opinions are actually just unaware of the history of tight end. And when you make them aware, they change, some of these people. So I've changed. I want to say that again. I have changed. I'm not in love with my own ideas. When I first started talking about pick 26, I was all about weapons. It was all about, and I said it, I tweeted it, I said all of that. I said if the draft was today, I think the Dallas Cowboys will go with a weapon. But then as I really began to do more and more research on the specific candidates, because that's also what changes you when you look at the specific candidates. Because at first, it can be just an idea, like, let's get a receiver. See, that's an idea. But when you break down the actual candidates, Sometimes receiver doesn't make sense because those particular receivers might not be as talented as, let's say, the tight ends, or let's say the tackles or the guards. So as I researched and the more I looked, the more I begin to change my original thought. Because it's not about showing that my original thought was right. I'm just letting the evidence lead me to what makes the most sense. That's why when Coach Marv called in and he was like, they're saying that they're going to have him at swing. And if they're going to have him at swing, that does mean that we have a gaping hole on the left side. So, man, share this content, man. I mean that, man. Let's get to work. Let's get to sharing this content. I know this is one of those shows that some people not gonna like. It's just what it is. Because I know it's popular right now to be talking about tight end at 26. But I don't care about what's popular. I don't care about what the crowd is saying. I don't care about what other draft shows are saying. I don't care about what other channels are saying. I'm not trying to be offensive to anybody. I just strongly disagree, and I think it's a super bad idea, and I think it's definitely leading us in the wrong direction. I say that respectfully, with no disrespect to anybody that like the idea of tight end at 26. I say that respectfully. I just strongly disagree. So let's just get to work, because we know our voice matter, but we got to put our voices to work. You can't sit on this type of content. You can't just chill and just to be like, you know what, that was good. I appreciate Boss Cowboy. That was entertaining. Oh, wow, that Boss Cowboy, he keeps it real. He's with the shit. All of that. See, that's cool. Like, I appreciate it.
Bringing real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
But the real thing that we should be doing is actually putting this type of information out there, so that some people that might think that this is a good idea can switch, just like I did. And I'm telling you, I've switched. It was a time to where I thought tight ends in the first rounds made sense. It did. I did. I was high on pretty much all of these guys. I called OJ Howard a no miss, David a no miss, Evan Ingram. I said and then after a while, you no miss. God damn, all of these are misses. At what point do you get the clue? Yeah. Tyreek, you funny, man. Tyreek. See, Tyreek be ready for war. Tyreek say, with all due disrespect. Nah, Tyreek, I ain't trying to disrespect people, man, that think different, bro. That boy say, no, with disrespect. No, I ain't trying to disrespect Tyreek. You a nut. That boy Tyreek say, no, with disrespect. No, don't disrespect. Because it was a time, honestly, that I thought tight ends made sense in the first. I'm just being honest. It was a time, but damn. How many times you gonna get burned, bro? How many times you gonna see the same pattern before you catch it? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing, thinking you gonna get a different result. It's like the track record of tight end is grossly horrible in the first. It's not even average. It's failing. It's like a 5% chance of success. Why would any one of y'all bet the first round pick on a 5% chance when you got to go all the way back to Jeremy Shockey to try to even imagine one tight end that lived up to his height? There's something wrong. Yeah, so it's just a bad idea. And all of us who see this, who believe this, who watch this whole presentation, maybe you don't agree with all of it, but agree with most of it. Let's get to work. And let's share the content. Because it takes sharing to get the word out there. That's just what it is. So y'all stay up, man. It's your boy, Boss Cowboy. I'm going to continue to stay loyal. This was definitely a loyal presentation. Hey, That boy say hit one with boss, roll one, virtual session, cyber session. Bro, what you talking about, bro? What you talking about? Hit what? Hit what? Talk to me, dog. What you mean? Talk to me. So, man, y'all stay up, man. It's your boy, Boss Cowboy, man. Y'all share this content. Let's get active, man. No wee-woos, no dumb ideas at the draft. All smart, all common sense. Let's go. Yeah,
another one.
I ain't hearing no dumb ideas. I'm sorry. I ain't with it.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Yep. John said Hawkinson was supposed to be genius, but he's done nothing exactly.
Bring it real back. 50 speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
Speak your mind. Speak your mind, man. That's one thing I'm gonna do for sure. No switching up.
If we locked in, ain't no switching up.
I ain't got no pet cats, no favorites, all of that. Nah, my favorite is the Cowboys, not my own idea.
Boss Cowboy Sports.
Don't be that person. Don't be that person. Can't see that they got the ugly baby. Shout out